Warning is the big one here. Could stocks be about to crash? That seems like a pretty important question, especially when we have inflation expectations spiking to a 30-year high. Well, what does that mean? It means stocks might be about to go on sale. And this is one of the biggest sales of the year. Typically, between February and March, stocks go on sale. So is it time to grab our shopping bags? Well, that depends on whether you think this time is different because look, normally we're looking for the bulls to win. But as we've been talking about, there is this period here where maybe we could go down. How far down? Well, that really depends on whether the pattern holds. If we now zoom out here, what does it look at? Well, it looks at a very important area here. It's the green and red lines. So what I just showed you was a crash to in between the green and red line. But that could be the biggest sale of the year because that might be it. As we go through and show you this weekend, there is a lot for us to go through. The closing at or near the low of the week and nearly with a bearish engulfing candle, that does not say anything good. So I prepared my notes in a very high level for you this week. And without wasting any time, let's jump straight in. The average retail investor thinks we're going to close down. So the really important question for me at a very high level, technically speaking, is this. We are likely going to form a lower low. The question is, do we close below that? I'm going to repeat and remind you that a couple of times throughout this video. All right, so retail is usually wrong. What does our algo say? Well, into Friday, we have a window of opportunity of 3 months to go short on ARK with a 5-to-1 risk reward. This is kind of agreeing with the theory we just laid out very briefly for you. Here are the key takeaways. We're currently at neutral for fear and greed. Sorry, for technical. That's because we're only out of 2 out of 4, which means we got one weekly higher high. Not to overcomplicate it, we are fearful, we're neutral, and we got some key dates this week. Really comes down to what we see here. Stock correlation spiked to late 2018, in late 2018 as the trade war escalated. And stocks got whiplash on the plans. Isn't that what's happening right now? Yes. At the same time, though, U.S. exceptionalism is showing cracks. And why is that? Well, let's look over here to stinky Germany, which is going through an election right now. And I'm calling it stinky Germany just because, again, economically, it is not as resilient as the West. But the charts just want to go up. In big, beautiful America, we were looking for a Nike swoosh. We were looking for us to go to new highs. But this period right here, if we extrapolate it, well, we kind of lost that. Yeah, we should have been up here, back testing, maybe going higher. Not so fast, right? Trump is right here to give us what? The big old fade. So we got the Trump fade on Friday. I think you might be secretly listening to Rebecca Black. Why? This guy likes to get down on Friday. So the pattern we're talking about right now was the hard slam to the 50 DMA, which you can see right here after we actually have our move higher. So I think we might have actually pulled forward the move lower down to the 50. Maybe we get a chance to sell into a little bit of strength here. That's really my thesis here. Without wasting too much more time, I have a lot more supporting evidence, and I want to go through that now. So looking at the S&P and QQQ, very similar here. Closing at or near the low of the week would imply that weekly lower low. Looking here to the 10-year note, what's incredible is that every week we've actually closed lower. That's all these red candles right here, ever since Trump became president. And then on the one-day chart, as we just reviewed, there's a slam right back down here to the 50-day moving average. Are the bulls going to prevail and win, or are the bears going to take over? All right, there we go. SARK, we've actioned this alert, and we like this one here because I put it into my primary account. And as of right now, the account is going mega big up. It is not taking a pause. And that is largely because I exited a lot of positions here. Anyways, moving forward, U.S. exceptionalism. This is important because right now, a lot of Americans don't actually feel exceptional. 63% of people cannot afford a $500 emergency expense. I thought it was $1,000. So this tariff thing is really bad. On a $25,000 car, that could add $6,000 in tariffs. Ouchie. Yeah, that's a big ouch. Could affect $1.3 trillion in trade. Could knock 1.2% off GDP and rise inflation by roughly 1%. We have some earnings coming up this week, notably Home Depot and Lowe's, NVIDIA, right? That's the big daddy coming in here on Wednesday. We're expecting a beat, but I think the question is whether their forward guidance is going to be strong. All right, I'm going to ask you for a huge favor. If you could please consider smashing that thumbs up, or subscribing to the channel. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. So we've been talking about the significance of Friday, and have a look here. On Friday, what do we get? Well, we're going to be getting GDP on Thursday, and then on Friday to close out the week and the month, as we talked about at the top here. Again, I have it all summarized for you right here. We close out the weekly and monthly candles after we get PCE. So if that's how we're closing the week out, the week and the month, what these numbers are probably going to matter here. Let's have a look, because at the beginning I said the big one. Well, I might be wrong. This might not be a drop to the 50 where we slowly have a little bit of a fade lower and then we go back up. I'm not so sure, right? I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm just changing with the evolving landscape around me. Let's have a look here and see what that means. Well, Oaktree's Howard Marks is saying that he's on watch for a market bubble. Why? Lofty valuations in big tech are parallels with the dot-com crash. This guy's smarter than me, so I'm going to listen to him. Oof, right, there you go. Bubble.com, yeah. Whoa. This is where it might come down to something just like this. AI distillation problem, where OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google are making these really strong, powerful models. And then companies are coming in to steal it, right? Like DeepSeek. So that's what I really want to focus on in today's video. And this could really impact a lot of people, because going into 2050, there could be 62.7 million people who are affected by these humanoid robots, which everyone's talking about. So tariffs, robots, AI, and all this cool stuff. There's a lot to go through this week. Howard Marks. And then also forgot to talk about this. Let's see if there's any news here that we can look at for one moment. Might offer up his role for what? For peace. That's what Zelensky is offering here. Okay. There's also a mineral deal they're talking about. Yes. And now they're looking for 100% of that. That's right. Trump is like, actually, we didn't give you a grant. We gave you a loan, not a grant. We're like, yeah, we want our money back. Also, huge news in solar. We'll talk more about that a little bit later this week. There's one more quick thing I want to show you here. I think that's actually maybe it for right now. All right, there's a lot of fear and stuff. So that's it for here. And then in terms of news, we talked about the AI distillation. So now I want to show you a couple more really quick charts. So if we look over here to the VIX, why does this one matter? We'll have a look. In one day, we're up by 16, 17%. That's a really big move, back above both key averages, still in the low teens, which means that right now the market is calm, cool, collected. It is not worried about corrections, but this is where it could get suddenly a little bit of a knee jerk. People appear to be buying some insurance. Why could they be doing that? Let's pop back over here to the DAX. Why? Look at the percent slide. All right, bearish engulfing daily candle, and now we're getting continuation. So we have elections happening in Germany right now, and it looks like the AfD is going to win. I might be wrong, right? Please comment if the circumstances change or whatever. So we'll see where this thing goes into tomorrow. Is it going to be a buy the hype, sell the news? Is the market going to be happy with the outcome, even if we don't know what it is yet? Because remember, the market loves certainty. So this VIX spike might just be that. But if now we look here to the S&P 500, here's the challenge. We're on the 50 MA. So if this is just the start, well, we could roll over from here. And again, God forbid, go down to strong support. So when we look back to the DAX, the big, beautiful, strong DAX, it has room to slide down to the 50. So if it decides it's time to go lower, this could add an overhang or a drag. Why? Let's look at stocks like Meta. Wow. Well, I mentioned I think it's going to race to the 50. It's going pretty hard, right? Hasn't had a green day ever since it had its like 2025 in a row. We now shift gears here to Palantir. These momentum trades are, again, dead cat bouncing right around 100. Really important key numbers here. So if we look at what could happen this week, there could be a lot. What I would encourage you to do is to subscribe to the channel or smash a thumbs up. Otherwise, I really look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks so much.